Hey, what's up? How's everybody doing? Um, haven't decided what I'm gonna call my new channel yet, but just want to say that fuck everything else. Look, I'm a Knicks fan. All right, keep it plain and simple. I'm a Knicks fan. I root for the Knicks. I root for every New York team, but I root for the Knicks first in basketball, Yankees first in baseball, um, Giants first in football, and Rangers first in hockey. Yes, I do watch hockey. I understand the concepts, the rules, everything. I know what's good and bad. I just like competition. So I'm tired of everybody talking trash about Melo. It's really pissing me off. Melo's a really he's a great player. Obviously, he's a transcendent player. It's just he's had the misfortune of being on teams in which he didn't have enough around him in order to go further. And in early in his career, he was probably immature, like everybody is when they first get into something and first get into the league. Almost every player is immature. That's why players like LeBron James and Ben Simmons, even though he hasn't played yet, he seems to carry himself a certain way. They're like seen as the exceptions to the rule because most players when they come into the league, they're a little immature. But that's not what this is about. This is about the Knicks' inability to play defense and how, for some strange reason, Melo gets blamed for everything. I don't even understand this. Okay, first I'm going to give a shout out to Free Dawkins because that's where I just got this information from, and I'm going to do a subscribe on his page because I am not going to co-sign or use anybody's material or anything like that caption without subscribing and then also going back and seeing what else they might have going on and being a part of their community. So this is the problem the Knicks have. First of all, the Knicks does not stop the ball. The problem is not the players don't want to play defense. That's not the problem. The problem is defense is being taught inappropriately. They're not appropriately putting themselves in position in order to be successful on the defensive end of the floor. Look, first of all, obviously we can see right here, Lee is supposed to be guarding Harden. Cal Quinn is supposed to be guarding that dude. That's probably Caspi. So let's play it a little bit forward. What you're going to basically see is you're basically going to see Lee not stop the ball. And that's where everything begins. Now, stop it. Now, look, I understand Lee's position. He's thinking, I'm going to guard him at the three-point line. Correct? Not a problem. Guard him at the three-point line. Cal O'Quinn is stepped up on him, though. How can Lee has a good angle to him? Cal O'Quinn is trying to, hold his man, but he's also trying to help with Harden because Harden is probably one of the best three scorers in the league, so it is what it is. But this is where the problem breaks down at. Right there. Just in case you missed it. Cal O'Quinn should have dropped back further to allow Lee to get into position. Lee's not in position. Right now, both of them are in no man's land. Neither one of them are guarding anybody. They're both in no man's land. So now look what happens. Look. Now Cal O'Quinn gets stuck on Harden because what did Harden do? Harden saw that they were both in no man's land. So what did Harden do? Harden decided to take the ball to the big who cannot guard him. Therefore, putting his big on the smaller guy who can't stop his big from getting to the basket. Look, he even waited. This is just the coach. Look at him looking. He's waiting for his man to make the cut. He's waiting. This is the problem with the Knicks defense. They're not stopping the ball. And not only are they not stopping the ball, everybody is trying to do everything. With that also being said, I'm not even sure who that guy is. I'm assuming he's not a three-point shooter. But look, he's wide open. That guy, he's also wide open. Melo does have his eye on his man. But what Melo should be, in my opinion, and this is the only critique I have on this particular play by Melo or Kristaps Porzingis, is Melo should be closer to his man, but he can't be because he knows they need help in the lane. Look, he's not even looking at his guy. His guy could be cutting back door right now. Look, Melo, understanding what was already happening, was trying to get in position to help. Why? Because they don't stop the ball. Okay, let's go to another clip real quick. Now look. This is another problem. They just can't play the pick and roll. Now look. The pick is coming. You have to fight over the top of the screen. There's enough room. He needs to fight over the top of the screen. But instead of fighting over the top of the screen, once again, he's going to leave Kyle O'Quinn to guard Harden. Obviously, all of us could see what the problem is. So now, Kyle O'Quinn is guarding Harden. Him, he's not even near his man. That man is wide open. That man is wide open. That man is wide open. They're all wide open. Everybody is on Harden. 3 men on Harden. 3 men wide open. That is the Knicks' problem. Please, stop blaming Melo. Please, stop blaming Melo. One more time. One more time. I'm just going to show. They're not going to, they're just not picking up. And because they're not picking up their man, they're allowing the other team to get easy baskets. Look, you're going to get scored on. That's just what it is. Why am I not subscribed to this guy? You're going to get scored on. That's just the way it is. There is no getting around that. Nobody stops the ball. 3 men wide open. All 3 men are wide open. What should be happening is, before that pass was even made, in my opinion, obviously, this is all my opinion, but before that pass was even made, he has to get over there. He has to get over here. He has to play the passing lane. He has to get over here. Not only that, look, was there any reason for only 2 guys to be able to get back? No, there is no reason. Look, they have the ball. Look at Kristaps. He needs to turn and run. 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 Okay? He's the last help. These guys need to turn and run. But what happens? Looks to me like one guy tries to get the steal. That is bad defense. They're being taught defense wrong. Okay? So please stop talking about Melo. One last show. I just want to show one last thing. Please stop talking about Melo. Okay? All of y'all guys out here that swear y'all know what y'all talking about. Now all of these experts in basketball, all of these superb experts in basketball, please stop blaming Melo. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay, first of all, it's the beginning of the third. The Knicks only have 42 points. Yeah, that's low scoring. Don't get me wrong. But the other team has 68 points in the beginning of the third. I mean, that they scored about 60 points in a half. That's retarded. Pardon my language. That's just crazy. Okay, what's gonna happen here is he's setting the screen, right? So so Harden could come around, right? And when Harden comes around, he's gonna set the second screen on Lee, right? And then when he sets the second screen on Lee, he's going to pop open right here. Harden's going to have the ball right here. He's going to throw it to him. Now, but look how the Knicks react. Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. Only 2 guys are playing appropriate defense. There's only 2 guys playing appropriate defense. I'm going to say 3. I'm going to say he could close out in time. That's what I'll say. Because he is looking at the ball and the man. So I'm going to say these 3 guys are playing appropriate defense. That looks like Rose. So Rose, Kristaps, Melo are playing appropriate defense. The guy's coming to do something. Melo has contact with his man, and he has an eye on the ball. Kristaps, contact with his man, eye on the ball. What is Kyle O'Quinn doing? What? His man isn't screening at this point. I could see if his man was screening at this point. I think that's how the play is supposed to go. I believe that the play is supposed to be a screen right here for him to come screen over here and pop open. But there was no need to screen because he's not even attempting to stay with his man. He's waiting for him to come around. You understand what I'm saying? They need to stop giving up. And look at all of this space. Look at all of this space. It seems like, to me, Kyle O'Quinn and Lee needs to not be on the floor at the same time. Because for whatever the reason is, whenever these guys get together on the defense, when they have to defend, when their man gets together and decide to do some kind of action, these dudes are never in position to be able to make a play. Look. Now, you want to know what he did wrong there? Obviously, Kyle O'Quinn's out here. He's picking up. No communication. Kyle O'Quinn's picking up. You have to stay with this dude. But what is he doing? He's fighting around this screen. Why? Because he just fought around 2 screens. And his brain is already... God dang it. His brain is already at where it's at. He's just fighting around screens because he's not thinking. He's reacting. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have a plan. They don't have a plan. Once again, he has contact with his man. Melo is in pretty good defensive positioning. And so is Rose. Look. Melo, once again, trying to help. But he can't leave his man but so much. But he's trying to help. Please, people, stop talking about Melo. Kyler Quinn can't get back. All right, that's all I wanted to point out. Please stop talking about Melo. This is not Melo's fault. I understand